do what I must do, and I must not go to the shop, so I could find you and entertain you. This video is going to be telling you how to speak better and a word that you need to delete from your brain so that your thoughts can flow more consistently, so that your points can drive home, so that you can inspire and engage your audience without causing pauses. When it comes to speaking, it's important to take your guests from A to B. What I love to do in these videos is tell a story. Let me tell you a story. Back when I was in school, and I'm going to unbutton my shirt for this. Back when I was in school, I also was part of the public speaking team. And they did this whole lecture. I remember there was a teacher. Just imagine a teacher in a big hall standing up and speaking to 50 plus kids interested in learning how to do public speaking. And she started telling us about how you construct your speech and how you write and how you must balance your points. Balance for and balance against. Bring your research. And then she told us how she gave a speech about fire and ice, and she showed contrast and balanced the viewpoint. And I thought, you aren't even speaking well, you aren't even engaging anyone. And I just zoned out, went back to my phone. And next thing I heard, and that's exactly why you need to balance your points, because when you deliver a good speech, and it really just disrupted the flow of it, and it was disgusting. Then I myself started to do public speaking, and they told us that we were going to be stuck at doing an impromptu. It was at 7 p.m. at night at a school far away. So we all loaded up onto the bus. It was about 5. We drive all the way there, and when we get there, we see this small little school. We all huddle around together. It's already getting dark. It's about maybe 20 past 6, and we walk into the small little hall. It was a bit of an acting hall, and it had those masquerading masks for when it comes to drama, that you see those masks. So we go in, and they say, you guys, you have 10 minutes starting now. You need to do an impromptu speech about why the birds and the bees are the most important and living creatures on earth. And I thought, well, an impromptu speech means we have 10 minutes to think about our ideas, and we hop on, and when we give our speech, we have to just speak. No cards, no speech. But then I slowly started to see all the other people getting ready, preparing themselves to give a speech. And what did I see? I didn't see them thinking of ideas, thinking of stories or anything. I saw them with their speech cards, writing the notes, writing out their speech. And when they came to deliver it, there was this one kid, a really weirdo, with his speech card saying, and the birds and the bees are crucial to our environmental stability. Disgusting. Because what he was doing was, he was also reading his speech. How can it be that giving a speech is reading it? Now that's a problem with what they teach in school. When I was doing public speaking, even the impromptu section was that you need to have 10 minutes, not to think of your ideas, but to not even to formulate them, to write the speech out and then read it within 10 minutes. That's a reading and writing and reading comprehension test, not a speaking test. So when it comes to delivering a great speech, take the people from A to B and don't tell them the message. Give them the story, and I'm letting you let it elucidate and prepare your mind to be freed and listen to the beautiful stories. I'll tell you something else. Excuse me. Once I was with my mom, and we were in Sandton. I had a bit of extra cash, and we were this is Sandton City, far away from me because I'm in Cape Town, so it's far away. Well, I'm not in Cape Town, or I'm in Durban. But we were traveling anyway in South Africa, and we went to this place called Sandton. There was a fancy shop there called Da Vinci. And there were coffee shops. Well, not a coffee shop, but there was a coffee. They were selling coffee, and a beautiful coffee machine called Love Azza, fancy model. And I said to Mom, Mom, would you like to get some coffee? I'm happy to treat us. And she said yes. When the coffee came, it wasn't just in a normal cup, in a plastic cup with a rubbish saucer. It was in a beautiful porcelain cup, but smaller than this. It came with a saucer and a biscuit. When it comes to telling beautiful stories and telling people and sharing ideas, it's not just about delivering a coffee and shoving it to them when it's cold. It's about bringing a beautiful cup with a wonderful saucer, teaspoon, and a biscuit. And the biscuit is that personal touch. No need to use no need to use ah. Because if you know your personal story, as I know my personal story, you don't need to use these filler words. You deliver the biscuit, caring about the customer. And that's actually what's interesting. Sometimes it's not even about the delivery of the speech. It's sometimes about who it is. I'll give you another example. So oftentimes my mom and I, even though I'm quite a slim guy, my mom and I love to go out and eat. So the one time we decided to go to a restaurant called Mug and Bean, which is also in South Africa when we were traveling there, when we were traveling in that vicinity. And at Mug and Bean, there was this really tall guy named Shepherd, but very tall. If I'm just pushing 6 foot, he's already 6'2", 6'3", so much taller than me and much taller than like a giant. But the thing with Shepherd was whenever we ordered things, he would take cognizance of it and try to write it down. But there were times when he may have messed up the order. Shepherd, if you're watching this, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. We all love you and we all want to support you. So what happened with Shepherd was we needed to get food quickly. I was meeting with a man named, I won't say his name, let's call him Mr. Carl. Mr. K. Carl, if you're watching this, well, there's your name. Everybody knows who you are. So we were eating with Carl and Shepherd was serving us. And I ordered a steak and eggs, and he ordered something else like a wrap or a chicken burger or something like that. And my food came, but it was very, very long to come. When it came, it was delicious. Imagine a thick piece of steak with a delicious barbecue sauce, chips and salad on the side, and that bit of tomato sauce just to elevate the flavor. But the issue was that it took so long, and Shepherd took a long time to deliver it, without understanding that Carl and I had to get going to get back home. But the thing was, it didn't matter his delivery of the food. It didn't matter what he was ordering. It didn't even matter that it took half an hour instead of 5 minutes. What mattered was that it was Shepherd, and it wasn't someone else. It was Shepherd who was the humble giant. It was Shepherd who was helping us. It was Shepherd who welcomed us into the shop and offered to give us coffee and biscuits. So sometimes it isn't even about what you say. Sometimes it's about who you are. I saw this beautiful story. There was this kid who survived a terrible and horrific dog bite accident. I actually got bitten by a dog. That's why I have this scar. But this little kid was about 5 or 6 years old, and he survived a terrible dog bite accident because there was a dog who came to attack his sister, and he ran and he tackled the dog to save his sister. They call him the hero. Now that's a little 6-year-old kid. What do 6-year-olds know about telling speeches and writing things that balance viewpoints? It doesn't say blah blah blah, not even interesting. This little kid, hear him speak, hear him being interviewed on the news. They say, "Hello, welcome to CBNC Live. We are speaking with this little boy who just survived a horrific dog accident at 5 years old. What do you have to say for yourself?" I'm not sure his name. "What do you have to say for yourself, Jimmy?" I just wanted to save my sister. Thank you, Jimmy. We really respect you and thank you so much. You are seriously a hero. Can I go play video games? See, it doesn't matter who he is. It matters more who he is than his delivery, than how he says than how he says ah. So delete the word and be a beautiful person, and I believe in you. Be the person, because that's what counts.